Hi class, it's me, your math teacher Jello. For today's video, I will show you how to illustrate simple and compound interest. But before we discuss on how to compute the simple and compound interest, first we need to understand and be familiarized to the following terminologies associated to both simple and compound interest. Okay, so the first one is the lender or creditor. A person or institution who invests the money or makes the funds available. So guys, ang ibig sabihin nito, sila yung mga nagpapautang or sila din yung mga nag-i-invest or investor. Okay? And then the second terminology which is borrower or debtor. So a person or institution who owes the money or avails of the funds from the lender. So ang ibig sabihin naman dito class, sila naman yung mga taong nag-avail or nangungutang ng pera or nangihiram. Okay? And then, origin or loan date, date on which money is received by the borrower. So guys, ito naman yung date na kung kailan mo um, natanggap or hiniram yung pera. Okay? And then we have the repayment date or the maturity date. Date on which the money borrowed or loan is to be completely repaid. So ito naman yung tinatawag nating due date or deadline na kung saan kailangan mong matapos yung payment or yung agreement or yung contract. Okay? And then we have time or term, usually represented by T. Amount of time in years the money is borrowed or invested. Length of time between the origin and maturity dates. Okay. So of course, if you will borrow money, so meron dapat tayong term or time kung kailan or kung ilang months or years mo babayaran. Okay? And when we borrow money and you decide to pay it for a long period of time, mas matagal na taon mong pagbabayad, mas malaki yung tutubuin nun. Okay? So while when we invest money and we let our money be invested for a long period of time, mas matagal, so mas malaki yung makakuha natin profit doon. Okay? So that's the difference. And then, for the principal, amount of money borrowed or invested on the origin date. So, kung magkano naman yung amount na hihiramin or i-invest mo. Yun yung tinatawag natin principal or principal amount. And then we have the rate, usually represented by small r. Annual rate, usually in percent, charged by the lender or rate of increase of the investment. So ito yung interest rate na ipapatong kapag nanghihiram tayo or nagbaborrow tayo ng pera or pwede tayong or kung mag-invest ka. Okay? So usually in percent like say for example 5%, 3%, 6.5% and the like. Okay? And then we have the interest. Okay, so interest, amount paid or earned for the use of money. So ito naman yung tinatawag nating tubo, yung kadalasan tinatawag nating tubo kapag nangungutang tayo or nangihiram or pwede rin tayo mag-invest kung ilan yung tutubuin ng i-invest natin. So that is what we call interest. Okay? And then, ito nga yung i-illustrate natin yung simple interest and compound interest. The simple interest, usually represented by I sub S, okay? Interest that is computed on the principal and then added to it. So, ganun natin kinocompute yung simple interest. While compound interest naman, or usually represented by I sub C, interest is computed on the principal and also on the accumulated past interest. Take note of that. On the accumulated past interest. So, meaning, kada taon, bababago yung principal amount natin. Okay, so yun yung madadagdag, tapos dadagdagan pa ulit natin. Kaya tinatawag natin accumulated past interest. Okay? So later, mas maintindihan natin yan kapag nag-solve na tayo ng problem. And last, we have the maturity value or future value na tinatawag. Amount after 3 years that the lender receives from the borrower on the maturity date. So guys, ito naman yung kung magkano makukuha ng lender yung kanilang or should I say kung magkano yung magiging amount ng inutang ng mga borrower at the end of 3 years, let's say, at the end of 5 years, 6 years, and so on and so forth, okay? So, say for example, let's say, halimbawa, nag-invest naman ako, hindi ako nang hiram or nang utang. So, let's say, nag-invest tayo ng 10,000 at the rate of 5%. And then, after 5 years yon, okay. So, that is 12,500 all in all. So, yung 12,500 pesos, yun yung tinatawag nating future value or maturity value. Okay, so after 5 years, yung 10,000 na ininvest natin, magiging 12,500 na. So, yung 12,500, like I said, ito yung tinatawag nating maturity value or future value. Gets? Okay. So, example, suppose you won 20,000 pesos and you plan to invest it for 5 years. A cooperative group offers 5% simple interest rate per year, while a bank offers 5% compounded annually. So guys, kapag sinabi natin compounded annually, ibig sabihin yearly. Okay? So which will you choose and why? So that's the question. Okay? So let's have the solution. Okay, yung solution number 1 natin, yung investment 1 natin, which is the simple interest, which is for cooperative group. Okay? So same sila, nag-offer ng 5%. Okay? So, that is 5 years, right? So, yung time natin dito ay 5 years. So, sulat natin, class. Ayan. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we have 5 years, class. Okay? Base dun sa given natin. And then, yung principal amount natin doon, syempre, that is 20,000 pesos. Okay? So, write 20,000 as our principal amount. Okay? So, hanggang 5 years, 20,000 yung principal amount natin using simple interest. Okay? So, constant to, guys. And then, yung interest rate or usually in percent, yun yung R. So, that is 5%, right? So, write 5% for 5 years. And then, how to compute simple interest? Okay. Principal or usually PRT. Okay. So, principal times rate times time. Okay. So, your principal amount, which is 20,000. So, 20,000 times, yung rate naman natin ay 5%. So, paano natin i-express yung 5% in decimal? Okay. So, that is equal to 0.05. So, guys, be mindful about it. Kapag naisulat nyo ay 0.5, which is 50%. Okay? So, mas malaki siya. So, take note of that. So, 5% or below 10, which is, let's say, 10, no? 10%. So, 0.10, which is 0.1. Okay, 0.9, that is 0.09. So, not 0.9. Take note of that. Okay? And then, we have a time, which is 1 year. Sa loob ng 1 year. So, times 1. And then, kapag ito, guys, minultiply natin, 20,000 times 0.05 times 1, it gives us 1,000. Okay, so, sulat natin, 1,000. And then, amount after 3 years or ito yung tinatawag natin kanitang maturity value. So, 20,000 plus 1,000. So, let me write. So, we have 20,000. Ito yung principal amount natin plus 1,000. Ito yung tinubo sa loob ng isang taon. Okay? it will give us 21,000. Okay? So, as simple as that. So, guys, kaya ito, 20,000 yung principal amount and then plus 1,000. Ito yung tinubo niya within a year. Okay? So, ito ay 21,000 pesos. So, sabi natin doon sa simple interest, interest that is computed on the principal and then added to it. So, i-add natin sa kanya. Nakuha ba, guys? Okay. And then, following the same procedure, so we have 20,000 times 0.05. Of course, dito naman tayo sa year 2 naman. So, times 2 na yan. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 2,000 pesos. So, write 2,000. And then, 20,000 plus 2,000. So, meron tayong 22,000 pesos. Okay? And then, so we have year 3. So, following the same procedure, 20,000 times 0.05 times 3. Okay, nasa pangatlong taon na tayo. So, meron tayo ditong 3,000 pesos. So, write 3,000. And then, 20,000 plus 3,000. That gives us 23,000 pesos. See, ganun lang kasimple guys. Huwag kayong malilito. And then, for year 4 naman, we have 20,000 times 0.05 times 4. Okay. So, ito naman, using our scientific calculator, so it will give us 4,000. Right? Okay. And then, 20,000 pesos plus 4,000 pesos. Meron na tayo ditong 24,000 pesos. Okay. And then last, for the year 5, kasi 5 years yun guys, base dun sa given problem natin. So, stop na tayo dito sa 5 years. 20,000 times 0.05 times 5 years. Okay. It will give us 5,000. And then, i-add natin sa principal amount which is 20,000 plus 5,000. So, meron na tayo ditong 25,000 pesos. Okay? So, after 5 years, so guys, dito, after 5 years, yung 20,000 natin, yung ininvest nating 20,000, magiging 25,000 pesos. Okay? This is for the simple interest only. So now, ito yung tinatawag nating cooperative group. Okay. So now, let's compute for the bank offers which is compounded annually naman or compound interest. So, like I said, kapag sinabi nating annually, which is yearly kada taon. Okay? So, be mindful about it. Okay. So, dito guys, merong konting na iba, okay, sa pagko-compute. Using compound interest. So, same din, 5 years din siya. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then, sa unang taon, of course, ang principal amount natin, which is 20,000 pesos. So, write natin yan dito. So, amount at the start of year, which is T, yun yun. So, which is 20,000 pesos. Okay. Interest rate, which is 5%. So, guys, dito, constant naman yung interest rate natin. Ang hindi lang magiging constant dito, guys, ay yung nagiging natin, principal amount, which is amount at the start of year. Or, yun. And then, paano naman natin kinocompute si compound interest? So, ganito lang yung class. So, 20,000, okay, times, ilang percent? Of course, 0.05. And then, times 1 year. Okay. And then, it gives us 1,000. Kapag minultiply natin using calculator, and then yung amount after 3 years, or we can call it as maturity value. So that is 20,000 plus 1,000. Okay? That gives us 21,000 pesos. Okay. So guys, dito, sabi kasi natin dyan, okay, balik tayo dun sa definition ng compound interest. Interest is computed on the principal, take note of that, principal, and also on the accumulated past interest. Okay? So, yung principal natin dun kanina ay 20,000. So, ngayon, magiging 21,000 na yung magiging principal amount natin dito or amount at the start of year. Okay? Kasi, inad na natin doon, kaya nga sinabi natin dito, accumulated past interest. Okay? So, take note of that. So, magiging 21,000 pesos na tayo dito. Of course, same pa rin, 5%. So, constant yan. And then, solution natin guys, magiging 21,000 times 0.05. Of course, times 1 year. So, kada taon. Okay? Kaya times 1 lang. So, kada taon, tumutubo yung pera natin sa accumulated past interest. Okay? So, ito guys, kapag using calculator, that gives us 1,050. Okay? And then, ito na ay magiging 21,000 plus 1,050. So, meron tayo ditong 22,050. Okay. So, ngayon, yung magiging principal amount natin dito is 22,050 na. Nakuha ba, guys? Okay. So, 22,050. So, same interest rate, which is 5%. And then, solution, same procedure lang. So, 22,050 times 0.05 times 1 kasi yearly, compounded annually. Okay, take note of that. Ito ay magkakaroon tayo ng 1,102.50 or 2.5. Okay? And then, so write 22,050 plus 1,102.50. So, meron na tayong after 3 years, meron na tayong 23,152.50 cents. Okay? And then, year 4 na tayo. So, ito yung gagamitin natin as your principal amount, which is 23,152.50. Nakuha ba guys? Okay, and then 5%. So, continue the process. 23,152.50 times 0.05 times 1. So, that gives us 1,157.63. So, round off na natin guys. Okay? Round your answer up to 2 decimal places. So, meron na tayo ditong 23,152.50 added doon sa compound interest natin, which is 1,157.63. So, meron na tayong 24,310.13. Okay? And then, sa last year na tayo, which is year 5. So, ang ating principal amount dito ay 24,310.13. Of course, interest rate which is 5%. So, 24,310.13 times 0.05 times 1. Okay, ito ay meron tayong 1,215. Sorry, 1,215. 1,215.51. So, round your answer up to 2 decimal places. And then, i-add natin 24,310.13 plus 1,215.51. And then, meron tayong, after 5 years, meron tayong using bank offers or compound interest, 25,525.64. So, see guys, makikita natin yung difference ng simple and compound interest. Okay? So, sabi dito, which will you choose and why? Okay, so simple interest, kung mapapansin natin, simple interest remains constant throughout the investment term. Okay, so in compound interest naman, the interest from the previous year also earns interest pa or accumulated past interest na tinatawag natin. Thus, the interest grows every year. So guys, kung kayo ay ang tatanungin, okay, kanino kayo mag-i-invest? Okay? Using simple interest ba or compound interest? Paki-comment nyo nga yung sagot nyo. So this is the end of our video. I hope na meron kayo natutunan. Thank you for watching.